this is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome. It's a Friday. We've made it. It is a blessing to be alive as we head into the busy sports weekend, the off week in the fortnight leading up to the Super Bowl. Now, I am the coach. You have found us, and I am so grateful that you did. We are preempted on our big network this week, but we're still live every single day on YouTube and on social media. If you're watching on YouTube, could you do a favor for me? Hit that like button on the way in. It really helps the show grow. Now, your boy was 1-1 yesterday, but apparently young Peyton was too worried about KTCU and DG. I will handle DG a little bit later. So not our best day, but as always, we never back down. We never hide in the corner. We'll have best bets coming up in a couple of minutes. As always, we are super busy over here at BTT Studios. In addition to the morning show, we have the podcast, which is going to be ending very soon for good reasons. Then also this afternoon, Off the Ropes, 2 to 4 Eastern time on Sirius XM, channel 156. And a big time thank you to all of you who tweeted me, messaged me about my debut last night on JCW. Apparently, I'm a juggle bro now. But that was a ton of fun rolling out Coach's Corner last night for my partner, Vince Russo. All right, our news of the day items. Carlos Alcaraz. Were you guys up in the middle of the night? My goodness. 5 sets, 5.5 hours. He becomes the youngest player in the Open era to make it to every final of every Grand Slam event. What an incredible match it was last night. Shout out to our man Carl in the chat. Also, Lindsey Vonn. Yes, north of 40 years of age, Lindsey Vonn. Well, she has crashed in her final downhill prep race. She will be in her last Olympics coming up in the next couple of weeks. Very much looking forward to that. All right. Now, you guys know I don't like losing days. It burns me. But I like it when my crew shows up. And they're here right now. So, I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Let's beat the books. All right, look at my Friday crew today. Let's go all the way to the end. He brings not just one pick, but a full 5-pack coming up in about 7 minutes of Footy Friday live from the Dirty. Big Chuck, good morning.
Morning, Coachman Company. Yeah, good 5-pack ready to roll out this weekend. We're done with a little Europa League and Champions League. We get back to the league play, and then right around the corner, it'll be World Cup. Just exciting times.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for the World Cup. Just me and you, separate shows, talking about the countries. Oh, say can you. Come on, Chuck, let's go. Now, next, this man has been burning the midnight oil. Not writing his articles for Prize Picks. He's got diapers to change. Best beard in the game. Soupy, what's good?
What's going on, everybody? Yeah, my daughter's out of diapers now, so we're good there. But yes, we've been doing a lot of work at Prize Picks getting ready for the Super Bowl.
Very, very, very good. So I don't know if they're out of diapers in the Pendleton household, however. Oh, I got the poo-poo phase. I got it. Let's go. Mikey P, what's up, man?
Good morning, guys. Yeah, you know what? Listen, Coach, I would say I'm excited for the weekend, but you can't have the weekend without starting off well on Friday, so let's go.
Let's go. So that begs one very simple. My guy.
No question.
Wants all the smoke. Mikey P, best bets, go.
I've got some hard-hitting analysis for these picks today, Coach, so everyone brace yourselves. We're starting off in the NBA. The Utah Jazz, we're going -2.5 against the Brooklyn Nets. Why? The Brooklyn Nets have lost 7 games in a row, and they just played last night. Half of their team is injured. I'm mad at the Brooklyn Nets because they decided to play for 1 quarter, so I like the Utah Jazz, who love to score a lot of points at home, to cover against the Nets. And then finally, it's UFC 325, Coach, this Saturday from where? Australia. So I'm going down under to the only man who would love fighting in his backyard more than his own family, Tai Tuivasa. That's right. Bam, bam, shoey time. We're going over 15.5 significant strikes. Here's actually a stat. He averages at least 4 significant strikes per minute. You do the math. We don't need this to go that long. Just
No. We don't care about that. But I just realized something, and I want to make it official right here and right now. I think moving forward that every weekend that there's a UFC event, that I want you to have at least one play from said event. Can we do that?
Yeah. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It was tough.
I know.
But yeah, that's it. I like it because it's tricky.
Nights, yeah.
It's very tricky, and you got to really dive in. So yeah, I love it.
All right, Mikey's got something new on his plate. By the way, do you guys see Paramount Plus added over 1 million subscribers at $13.99 right before UFC 324? So if you're part of that deal, you walk into your boss's office and go, "Hey, boss, I think we made a good decision. I think we did. I don't know what 14 times carried the yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yes. Zuby, don't try. Don't. All right. All right, Soupy, my guy, you're going to the ice, but also an NBA prop. Oh, that is very, very spicy. You're up. Oh no! What are we doing? What
on Friday?
are we doing?
No, I'll take it. I will take it. Yes, my bad.
Who else is going to take it? What do you
I'm going to the one game in the NHL tonight. I'm going to take the Blue Jays.
Whoa, Subi, back off the mic. Back off
Woo.
the mic. Woo, okay. Well, yeah, I mean, okay. All right. Let's bring it down. Now, let's go. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
There's one game in the NHL tonight. I'm going to take it. I'm taking the Blue Jackets 60-minute money line, which means they have to win this in regulation. They're going against the Blackhawks, who have allowed 15 goals in their last 3 games. And 6, Rick Bowness has become their new head coach. They have scored 4 more goals in 5 of their last 8. I think this is going to be a good win for them. And I'm going to the NBA. I'm going with my boy Kawhi Leonard. I think he's going to go off tonight against the Nuggets. They're coming off a back-to-back. They played last night, and they've got a lot of players injured, including Aaron Gordon, who is their best perimeter defender. And I think Kawhi Leonard's going to be able to hit his shots and drive the lane to at least 24 points tonight.
All right, a couple of things. Kawhi Leonard, your boy?
Oh, yeah. I'm a big Clippers fan.
Okay, and what was the name of the coach or the owner that you named in the first play?
The brand new Blue Jackets manager, Rick Bowness.
Rick Bowness. Okay, got it. Rick Bowness. All right. How would you rate that, Soupy?
Not my best day. I'll say an 8.1.
Wow. You know what they say, boys?
Confidence.
If you're not lifting yourself up, nobody else will. I'll say that. 8.1. All right. I'm going to go next. I got 2 plays from round 2 of the Farmers, which is being played. Just 58 miles exactly. I Googled it this morning. MapQuested it. Straight down I-5 for round number 2. Now, there was some really great scoring yesterday. I mean, a 10 under by Justin Rose. They're doing their best to make the North course a little easier this year because there was complaints that both courses were super hard. Well, yesterday, if you look at the leaderboard, all of those leaders played on the North course, so they flip it today. So I love Hideki. He shot an 8 under 64 yesterday. Keegan Bradley did shoot a 3 under, but Hideki's already won this year. Back in January, won the first event, back in December. So he's playing really, really good golf. So I love Hideki today. A little juicy. If you only want to play one of these, I'm okay with that. Maverick McNeely, he's my one and done selection as well this week. So I love him today. Will Zalatoris. They both played well yesterday, but Will is playing back-to-back weeks. He's coming off a long injury layoff, so I just think he's going to get tired because it's a really, really hard walk, especially playing the South Course on a Friday. Speaking of Friday, you know what time it is. Let's dig in. Let's get on the pitch for Footy Friday. All right, it's one of my favorite times of the entire week when we go a little day soccer on a Saturday and on a Sunday. So, Big Chuck, let's start with our games or our picks from the Saturday slate. What do you got?
Bundesliga in Germany, Frankfurt, Leverkusen, and it's just my weekly auto play. We're going to go with the over 3. This one has cashed in 4 straight and 9 of their last 11 meetings. Plus, I'm going to add the first half over 1.5 goals. This is one where I could see the 1-1. Then that way, if there's only one goal, you get half your stake back. But you could also look at the both teams to score in the first half.
Oh, I like that a lot. You can get Bundesliga on ESPN Plus, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time every single week that they are, of course, playing. All right, let's go over to Sunday now. What do we have here?
We had to bring back Italy, Serie Como, Atalanta. Como, they come in having scored in 7 straight. Atalanta in 10 and 11. I might think this is a perfect spot to go and back the both teams to score. And it's actually come through in all 4 of their meetings since Como returned to Serie La Liga, Betis, Valencia, and Betis fresh off playing on Thursday. I think they may have some weary legs. 2 more teams who enjoy scoring when facing one another. We're going back another both teams to score. That's on a 4-match consecutive streak in 5 of the last 6. Cashing in lastly, France League. Lyon averaged 1.17 goals at home, while Lille match goals away from home were 3.8. I think this is another prime opportunity to back the over 2.75, as I could see 4 or more goals. A 2-2 sounds about right in this one.
It sounds great to me. By the way, I've never heard you in all the time that we've known each other for you to yell or to scream. But in that Betis game in the Champions League, what happened? Because I think I remember on social media you were not too happy with that game. Do I remember that correctly?
Oh, you have your facts correct there, Coachman. I was not the happiest camper to see 3 goals disallowed in that match, and we needed 4, and they had 3, so we got the split. But yeah, when they take away 3 total, and then the Red Star game also, they took away 2 in the first half, but that's a whole different story.
Chuck, I'm sitting here doing my Sirius XM radio show, right? And so I've got the score on my phone sitting right in front of me, and they would put the score on. I had it on ESPN.com. And then I looked down and it was gone. I thought like they were refreshing, going backwards because they kept scoring VAR. Oh, my goodness. But we were in the fight, baby. We were in the fight. So let's go. Take a screenshot for those plays. We'll recap them at the end of the show. All right. Great job, everybody, on their picks. It is now time, since we're not on Stadium today, there's no commercial breaks. It's time for a little front page news. Let's go. All right, as I got a little distracted because apparently, if I said to you two, it's never going to happen, what would you think that would mean?
It's never going to happen.
Thank you, Soupy. And I believe that Big Cheesy, on his vacation, is in our chat. Coach, I'm in your neck of the woods. Where's the invite? Let me try to approach this a different way. There's hell over here. There's Frozen over here. We're going to bring them all together today. Because hell will have to have frozen over before I tell you where I'm playing golf today with my son JJ at 106.
Can I ask, should I Google how fast you can get a restraining order?
In California, really fast. Really, really fast. They do everything out here. What?
Can I just add to that and give Cheesy a little inside info?
Yeah, sure.
It's never going to happen. I was at MMA events with this man, just knocking on. Coach, did you want to go to lunch? No. And then I was escorted. I had to sleep outside. When he says it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen.
That was embarrassing. Nobody likes to call hotel security on their own friend. You know what I mean? Big Cheesy also says, apparently, I'm in the happiest place on earth right now and ready to go home. I don't know why they call Disneyland or World the happiest place on earth. Because if you've ever been there, then you know that it's not. Because you're standing in lines. They don't do like the Hopper Pass. Right? No, that's only at Universal. Not at Disneyland, though. You got to stand in the long lines all day. I will pay an extra $200 to not stand in those stupid lines. It's not the happiest place on earth. Although when you work at ESPN, you do get free tickets. So that's nice. That's nice. All right, gentlemen, we got a lot of topics today in front page news. So where would we like to start? I'll start here. Because, Mikey, you literally put Raphael to work. You did. As if he didn't have enough to do already. You made him make one more prop just for you. And we're going to get to that in about 10 minutes. Next level hosting. Last night, though, we start here. Cooper Flagg, 49 points, gentlemen. And he becomes the only youngest, whatever you want to call him, teenager to score 49 points in a game. Mikey, my question to you is he now becoming better? Because remember, he's supposed to be a freshman in college right now. Is he better than we thought?
Absolutely, Coach. Obviously, he started with me for a reason. I love Cooper Flagg. I've been all over Cooper Flagg since day one. Not surprised by this performance. Surprised by people just now finding out about his talents. Sets an NBA rookie record at 19 years old. Sets a Mavericks franchise rookie record. This kid's just getting started.
You look at how the NBA has been the last 25, 30 years with players coming out of high school, and now you can play 1 year in college. So everybody's been essentially 18, 19. To be the only one to do that is amazing. I love his ascension. He started a little slow at the beginning of the year, but now he's getting comfortable in the league. And I really think now this is someone you can anchor a team towards. When they start this rebuild, this is a guy who they can build around.
There's no doubt about it. And he's starting to – it's really hard when you're 18, 19 years old, isn't it, guys, to walk into an NBA franchise and take over, be the guy, be the voice, be the dominant player. It's really hard to do, but he is starting to do it. I don't know if you guys were paying attention to this. I was, because I had a little side bet on it, and I love watching Charlotte play. But they had like a 45-minute halftime. Did you see this thing last night? So Dallas was inducting Mark Aguirre, who's the only so it's him. He was the first overall number one pick for the Dallas Mavericks 40 years ago, whatever it was. Finally gets his number retired. I've never, Mikey, seen anything like it. Have you? It was like a 45-minute halftime, but both teams were cool with it.
Yeah, this just happened. I don't think it happened at halftime, though. Derrick Rose just had his jersey retirement. They posted the video. I was like, 55 minutes? Unfiltered at an NBA game? What? Just do it on an off day or something. Sell tickets and make it an event.
If you're going to be that long, do that. I couldn't believe it. I kept looking at my phone going, how come the halftime so then I had to do a deep dive, and then I was like, wow, I can't believe Charlotte agreed to do it. And by the way, Knipple, officially my new favorite player, 34 points last night. A little fun fact that Big Tommy did not send to me. Knipple and Cooper Flagg were roommates at Duke. Interesting. And last night they combined for 83 points. 83 points. All right, gentlemen, are you really going to serve this up to me on a silver platter? Josh Allen meeting with the media, and he says we would have beaten the Patriots and we would be playing in the Super Bowl right now after another disappointing effort losing in Denver. Mikey P, why would Josh Allen even remotely have this come out of his mouth?
Yeah, just probably taking notes from the owner, Terry Pagula, and just backing the bus up over his own team and throwing everyone under and then going, but I love everybody. I'm so happy Joe Brady's here. Keon Coleman, you're going to get 10 passes a game next year. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Buffalo. And I'm going to just say it right here, right now on January 30th. They're starting to show signs as a dysfunctional organization, and that is not what you want when Josh Allen is coming into the second half of his career. It's not a good look.
I would say that, no, I don't think they're dysfunctional right now. The Joe Brady hire, I think, was the best hire for them, so I'll go with that. But, yeah, did you watch the Patriots in the playoffs? Have you seen that defensive line engulf those opposing quarterbacks and spit out the bones? I'm sorry, Josh. I know you beat them in Foxborough this year, but with the way the Patriots have been playing in the playoffs, I don't think that would have even been close. I don't think you would have been able to do that, Josh. Sorry.
I agree. And I do like the Joe Brady hire. You guys knew what they were going to do. Josh, who do you want? You've got 5 to 8 legit big-time years left. Who do you want? And this is the guy that he wanted. It's been his OC for – now, the other part, though, when they were talking about McDermott, I love when somebody was the reason he walked out the door, and then they're asked about him, and then they squirm in their chair just a little bit, and they go, "Well, I got nothing but love for Sean McDermott." I mean, we did a lot of great things. Oh, do not sugarcoat it. You wanted him gone, son. You wanted him gone. All right. Now, speaking of head coaches that apparently just can't get out of their own way, let's go to Denver. Let's go to Sean Payton. Because after losing, he's been meeting with the media, talking about a few things, and apparently blaming other people because he fired his offensive coordinator. And that OC said, you kind of know when he gets in a mood that something's coming. And he goes, apparently that something was me being fired. Quite the quote from an OC. He also started talking about Bo Nix, boys. Talking about his surgeries, how many he's had. And I mean, you always want your head coach to talk about your medical history. But Bo Nix did not. And he wasn't happy about it. Mikey P., your thoughts on Sean Payton just backing the bus over himself?
Color me shocked. Are you kidding me? Talking about the guy with Bountygate? Are you kidding me right now? Really? Chipmunk cheeks? You think I'm really supposed to take this guy as credible as he appears to be every single week? He might be the worst significant other of all time if that's what his assistant coaches are saying about him. Oh, when he gets upset, I already know what's coming. Like, could you imagine life at the Payton household? I'm completely out on Sean Payton. Always have been, always will be. Good riddance.
Yeah, I don't understand this whole aura around Sean Payton, especially when he was in New Orleans. How many years was he there? How many Super Bowls did he go to? One. And now you're looking at what and he has this sort of reputation of saying too much when he shouldn't be saying something. And now you're seeing that with just a second-year quarterback. You're severing relationship with who is potentially going to be the franchise quarterback of this organization. It'll be interesting to see how the offseason goes and next season.
It's going to be one of those situations, guys, where one of them is going to have to go. One of them is going to have to go. You can't have and Bo Nix talked about other things other than this medical stuff too. He said there's sometimes he has no clue what Sean Payton is saying. What did you just say? You have no clue what your head coach who's calling the plays is saying to you at all? It's a problem. That's a problem. All right, topic number 4. This is a good one. A lot of voters are now being called out. The Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame, has been saying, hey, we're going to relook at our bylaws. We're going to get rid of this voter and that voter and all kinds of upheaval. And now the latest. One of these voters, because Bill Belichick did not get voted in as a first ballot Hall of Famer, said his vote came down to Robert Kraft, the owner, or Bill. And he chose Robert Kraft, the owner, who admittedly is quite a bit older than Bill, I guess. But you're going to vote for the owner who did not call one play, one defensive setup, nothing, over the man who won it all for you? Mikey, make this make sense to me.
Well, it's funny that we just go right to Robert Kraft. And if we're looking at Bill Belichick's controversies, I didn't think Robert Kraft was always a clean whistle. I'm just saying, Coach, I don't want to bring up anyone's dirty laundry or anything, but you got to keep that, 1-1 with both these guys. But here's the other thing. You look at the coaches on the ballot. One thing that hasn't really been brought up is Mike Shanahan's been eligible for the Hall of Fame over the last couple of years. Now he has to continue to wait because of this Belichick situation, and he should have been in years ago. So it's hurting a lot more people than we realized.
What I don't understand is, Robert Kraft, you know what he did? Yeah, great job. That team was a dynasty, but you know what his main job was? He handed out the checks. It was Bill Belichick as not only the head coach, but the general manager of the Patriots who put this roster together that won all those Super Bowls. So did Bill Belichick deserve to be in the first ballot? As I think about it more, yes, he did because of everything he's accomplished. And when you're looking at it versus Robert Kraft, I think the guy who really built it was Belichick. He should have been the one to get in over Kraft.
You had to look at it more to come to that conclusion?
So
you had to go back and look at it more?
Yes, because I think about Spygate, I think about Deflategate, and I think about the seasons after Tom Brady left. How much of an impact with Tom Brady on that team, and how much?
So you're going to go 18 years deep to find a negative. You're going to go to year 18.
Yeah.
He
Because
and,
you look
and
because
also he already got suspended and punished for Spygate and Deflategate.
but you
That
look
already
at
happened.
but that's something that happened. You have to take everything into accountability. It's just like with the Baseball Hall of Fame. These voters are thinking about the steroids. Who do they think took steroids?
Sure.
Who was known taking steroids? So that's part of it. But now you have to look at past discretions of when you're going to make
Which he's
that
already
vote.
been, but it's not up to the voters to punish him. It's up to the voters to say, does he have an overwhelming Hall of Fame resume?
And I do think that is a problem with a lot of voters. Voters do believe that they have this ultimate power of still
Yes.
punishing people. But I do, again, I also look at the seasons after Tom Brady left. That is to me, you have to look at one player leaves and all of a sudden you can't win. That's something I also looked at. I'm sorry. That's my opinion.
Wow. Yeah, Mike, you want to respond to that?
I would just like to add, you get away with whatever you want when you're sitting at a trial and say, well, I'm no Mona Lisa Vito. Like as soon as Bill Belichick dropped that line, I think, listen, he put it out there and we forget about the good things that come out of these scandals.
What the hell are you talking about?
This is hard-hitting analysis, Coach.
Yeah, but I have no clue what you're talking about.
He was talking about Deflategate. They asked him about like the pressure index, and he said, I'm no Mona Lisa Vito, so I don't know how these balls would get deflated.
Subi, how do I feel about jokes that you have to explain?
No, you do not like them.
I do not like them.
No.
Topic number 5. Netflix has a lot of new shows that they have signed that have been around for a while. And then they decided, you know what? Michael Irvin is so entertaining. We're going to take his show brand new. And maybe they made the right decision because this man is nothing if not entertaining, or I guess you could use the word unhinged from time to time. He addressed the NIL transfer portal. Well, let's just roll the video.
Bouncing around from school to fucking school is not being the cocoon of life. I'm just going, how we go? Connected. How we go? Coaches can do it. Coaches can do it. Why not? Coaches, they're coaches. But as a kid, I got to teach your ass how to fight. Because you want to fight for your damn family. You want to fight on your job. So why are you going over here? Things don't work, I'm leaving. Over things don't work, I'm leaving. Over he left, I'm leaving. I'm losing the essence of the cocoon that I'm supposed to be teaching them how to go from a kid to a man because I'm trying to make them taste a man. I'm trying to make them taste a man. We got kids growing up saying everybody get a trophy now. That took fight out of them. Now, when I started, I was a third string receiver. I had to fight and earn my way to first string. Now we saying if you third string, just leave. That takes a fight out of them. Then they got to go out here and fight for their families. Their families fucking doomed. They're doomed. They're not learning.
That is freaking awesome. The essence of the cocoon. I'm still in it. We're using it here on the show. That's exactly how I feel about all of the transfer portal crap. Mikey, your reaction.
Why is he so angry all the time? I mean, like, honestly.
Passionate.
It's passionate. Yeah, he's passionate.
Yes.
Is it? He just seems angry all the time. He does make a lot of good points, and the biggest thing being the fight. This does start with participation trophies for the youth, and now it goes all the way up to college. So at this point, this upcoming generation, you're going to get rewarded for everything. No one try hard because you can just go somewhere else.
I'm looking at this and the whole thing about the cocoon. I 100% agree because look at Michael Irvin. Went to the University of Miami. Who was his head coach? Jimmy Johnson. Went to Dallas Cowboys. Who was his head coach? Jimmy Johnson. He won national championships. He won Super Bowls under Jimmy Johnson. So when you get sort of, like the cocoon of Jimmy Johnson, this guy was a winner. And I 100% agree that it is becoming now the state of college football where you're not getting enough snaps. You're the wide receiver 2 on a big team. No, I'm going to go somewhere else and try to be the wide receiver 1. Oh, I'm not getting it there. I'm going to go somewhere else. I 100% agree what's going on. Develop under the same system. Stay committed and you can get there.
It's funny because what would be a great story and a great show is to focus on all the kids that screwed themselves. Over 10,000 kids went into the portal. We never focus on the ones that don't find a new home because they thought what you just said, Soupy, that the grass was going to be greener. And then they get in there and they realize, oh, crap. And there were thousands upon thousands of players that are not playing next year because they left the team they were on to go into the abyss. That is important. Nobody's talking about that. Gentlemen, well done. Michael Irvin, thank you. Keep it coming, big dog. Keep it coming. All right, gentlemen, we have been doing all week long a bunch of fun Super Bowl props. Our man Raphael, over 3,000 he has pumped out. And today's going to be even more fun. Let's kick it off one more time. These have been a little bit more serious than what I originally anticipated. Let's say that. So, number one, Mikey, you put Raphael to work. You did. Because Chris Collinsworth is going to be calling this game with Mike Tirico, two of the industry's best. And question number one, yes is minus 400. No comes back at plus 300. Will Chris Collinsworth say, now here's a guy on the broadcast, Mikey?
Well, of course he's going to say it. I was hoping for a number line that we could set for the over-under. So I'm going to do it right here, right now, Coach.
Okay.
We're going 4.5, and we're going way over. Sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze, and we're making lemonade on Super Bowl Sunday.
I got to put Raphael to work too. Like, this is an absolutely yes. But when is it going to happen? How quick in the game? Can I get an over-under of the first quarter? Can I get an over-under, 7 minutes into the first quarter? Sorry, Raphael, I got to put you to work because this is an easy yes.
It's 100% a yes, but I didn't even realize he had said it. I had to go back and watch a best of, a compilation of, now here's a guy from Collinsworth. So that was the first thing I thought of also is how many would he say that? I think the over-under 4.5 is quite a good number there.
The fact that there's a compilation of this made by anybody tells you all you need to know. This might be the first minus 400 that I ever play. For I think the limit's like $25 on these or something. But hell, I think it'd be worth it. I'd feel like, man, I just won my $5.25. All right, let's stay with that theme, Chris Collinsworth. Will he say the name Patrick Mahomes? The yes comes in at minus 270. The no comes the other way at plus 180. Mikey.
It's an absolute yes, because when Sam Darnold messes up, he's going to go, this is how Patrick Mahomes would do it. And when Drake May does well, he'll say, shades of Patrick Mahomes. I can see it in this young man right now. Absolutely a yes.
I think we're in, sorry, Coach, I think we're in Chiefs fatigue, and they're not in it. The Chiefs didn't even sniff the playoffs. I don't think there is going to be a mention of Mahomes at all in this game.
Yeah, go ahead and check off another yes. You know how much he loves Patty. He's going to be, especially with Mahomes playing in last year's Super Bowl in 4 since 2000. He'll definitely bring him up. He's even used more affectionate terms towards Patty that often gets brought up. So, yeah, give me a yes.
I think, Chuck, I'm going to ride with you. I think at some point, this might be a sweat. This might be a big-time sweat. But if Drake May kind of is in a position to win the game, he may say, he might be the next Super Bowl winning guy with multiple, you never know. There's a lot of different ways to get there. But I'm going to go with yes at minus 270. But I don't feel good about it. All right, topic number 3. Roger Goodell. Not exactly the most popular of sports personalities. He makes north of $40 million a year. Congratulations. It's a lot of money. How many times will the commish be shown? Yes. Over 1.5 is plus 200. Under 1.5 comes back at minus 300. Mikey?
I'm going over here because if the Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl, which I believe they will, you're going to have how does Roger Goodell feel now that the Patriots dynasty and franchise is back? They've been kind of tied hand in hand together, so give me the over 1.5.
We're talking about past discrepancies of the Patriots, Spygate, Deflategate. So if they do have a chance to bring back this dynasty, I think we're going to see Roger Goodell mentioned most of the time, multiple times, probably in the beginning of the game, because that's just arbitrary. You need to. But I think if the Patriots are winning, they're going to talk about the Patriots dynasty and Goodell going down with the Deflategate and the Spygate to the Patriots.
This is the first plus money to check off the board. Of course, they'll show the Goodell. I even tried to go back and research it. It's a known fact they always show the commissioner at least twice during the game. They'll probably give him a first half shot, a second half shot. So yeah, I love the over 1.5 here.
Chuck, I apologize that I made you go back to do some research on this question. Now remember, it has to be after the game starts. So they could show him just kind of, hanging out on the field, talking to whoever, the black trench coat on, and that doesn't count. That doesn't count. He's got to be probably up in the skybox, hanging with Cardi B. I mean, wait a second. I wonder what that number would be. A shot of Roger Goodell and Cardi B together. Plus 2,500 worth a sprinkle? Maybe so. All right. Halftime show. A lot of OGs out there. Can't wait for Bad Bunny. I've heard rumors that he's in Qatar with Mr. Beast and I Show Speed. However, as I was thinking about the halftime show and all the different things they could do, I asked the question, will they use football or a football as a prop? Meaning an actual prop in the halftime show. So, Mikey, let me check my notes. Yes is plus 200. No is minus 300. Your thoughts?
I'm going no here. I know it's very, very chalky, but you look at this. This is going to be more of a pop culture thing. And we get football for 60 minutes. I think Bad Bunny's going to take the football element out of it. It's going to be a lot of pop culture, a lot of message sending. Yeah, no for me.
I think there's going to be a lot of interesting props that we probably never expect, but one will not be a football. I don't think so.
I like the yes. I think Bad Bunny wants to fit in so much, and he's being questioned about being the halftime performer. I think he'll pull out all the tricks. Give me the plus 200 for the yes.
When I thought that these performers didn't know about different bets on themselves, I always go back to Carrie Underwood. And she was at a party prior to the Super Bowl, and this man walked up to her and said, introduced himself. And he said, hey, by the way, how is rehearsals going for the Star Spangled Banner? And she goes, oh, it's going pretty good, and basically started asking questions about how fast it was going to be so he could bet on the over under the next day. That's next level capping right there. And she had no clue that you could bet on it, by the way. No, there will not be a football at halftime of the Super Bowl. Now, this last one might be worth a sprinkle. And I think if you're watching right now, you got to be north of 40 to truly remember the moment, that time where you go back and say, where was I when? The question. In honor of Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson, will there be a wardrobe malfunction during the halftime set? Yes, plus 1,000. No, coming back the other way at minus 300. Mikey, your take.
First of all, I still don't know what I saw with Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. I'm trying to figure that out. I'm going yes here, Coach. It's definitely worth the sprinkle, and I'm not going to bash anyone's wardrobe choices, but if you are going from a dress to anything else, I think there leaves room for opportunity to have a wardrobe malfunction.
I'm going with a yes because, Bad Bunny shows, there's a lot of outrageous costumes. He's going to change at least once or twice. I think maybe something can happen during that time.
I mean, I would take the yes as a sprinkle, even though I think it's a no after that Janet Jackson fiasco. I think they pretty much cleaned up everything going forward, but it's worth it. And if it does hit, we'll know if it's a little insider trading.
There's no question. That was going to be my question, was what classifies a wardrobe malfunction? That might be something. Can you imagine like FanDuel doesn't pay out when you saw a little bit of a thigh or something? I mean, the travesties of that would be next level. Oh God, I pray for stuff like this. I pray for stuff like this. I really, really do. Gentlemen, well done. Mikey, if I thought that it was worth your time, I would love to see the props that we've talked about so far. They're so random and so much fun. And I don't know if Chuck ever thought in his entire career he'd be talking about a wardrobe malfunction, but Chuck, here you are.
We actually have them all up on our channel. So if anyone missed the previous prop bets that we've done, they're up at the Coaching Company YouTube page.
While you're there, hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notifications. Boom. Synergy. All right, gentlemen, we have one NBA topic today. Who do you think it's going to be? Let's showcase it. Or not, because we are frozen. Love tech. Love tech. All right, gentlemen, there were no good games tonight. So I said, you know what? We're going to go to topics whenever there's not great games on tap. This one shouldn't come as a shock, but Brian Windhorst, who I worked with for many years at ESPN, he started his career, in fact, by just covering LeBron James. That was his entire job when he was with the Cavs. Then he moved to – can you imagine your entire job is to cover LeBron James? That's what he did. Then he took a bigger role. So Brian Windhorst is reporting that if LeBron James wants to return to LA next year, he will, in all likelihood, have to take a significant, in his words, pay cut. LeBron James is making $52 million a year this season. Mikey, do you think LeBron, A, is going to come back, B, his ego would allow him to take a significant pay cut?
I feel like this is going to be determined given how they fare in the playoffs, because that is his ego. I don't think LeBron will come back if they at least are competitive, not win a championship, but they got to be competitive. They get swept in the second round. I think LeBron's absolutely coming back. Now, do I think he'll take a pay cut? Yes. And if I'm in the James family, I say thank you, Dad, because I could just be stealing from your pockets all my life. But you take a pay cut so I can get a pay raise as Bronny James, the 14th man off the bench. Let's go, Dad.
Finally, the Lakers ownership has the brass, something that the Buss family couldn't do. Tell LeBron James, do you want to come back to the Lakers? You're going to have to take a pay cut. Maybe now they can use that money to actually make this team a playoff contender. And I think he's going to if he wants to. I don't think he's going to go anywhere else because his son is playing with the team. I think that would be a little strange if he went and played for another team playing against his son. I think that if he is going to stay with the Lakers, he will take that pay cut.
And I definitely think LeBron's going to come back. They keep floating it around. So where there's smoke, there's fire. But I think the Lakers found an exit strategy here. So they just lower his pay. We know he's not going to take lower pay. He just can't do that. Plus, it sets a trend for other older players that are wanting to get max money also. He can't do that. But I think Cleveland would be his ultimate. I think he wants to go back there after there was the tearjerker the other night. I think that's the ultimate plan.
I think he was crying because they lost by 30. Not that it was actually Cleveland, but who knows? Who knows? A couple of things. The Lakers now have the brass, Soupy. I'm assuming you're talking about. Okay. I'm assuming. And then you said that you think Bronny will actually be playing in the NBA next year for said dad to play against his son. That was interesting. His son's on a 2-year deal, by the way. Biggest second-round deal ever. $7.4 million, I think, is the number. So I don't even know if he'll have a contract next year. But the fact, and I've been very clear on this, gentlemen, the fact that LeBron James did not want to put a team around his son when his son was drafted was the most selfish thing in the history of any billionaire ever doing a billionaire thing. They could have had 2 more good players if he would have taken the league minimum. And that's what I said he should have done. So this he will not do because he wouldn't do it then. He's not going to do it now, which is why I think ultimately he's going to have to retire. He doesn't want to be paid south of $50 million. I just don't think so. Do you think, real quick, Mikey, that he would retire over taking a pay cut?
Yeah, I think so. I also think this panel is severely disrespecting the DeAndre Aytons and Jake LaRavias of the world.
And we will continue to do so. All right. If you were not here at the top of the show, we have some banger picks for you. And my 2, you need to get in because the second round is going to start very, very shortly. So it's time. Let's lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less, just one or two nuggets is all that I need. Soupy, start us off.
I'm going with the Blue Jackets 60-minute money line. That means they have to win this game in regulation. So they've scored 4 or more goals in 5 of the last 8, going against the Blackhawks that have allowed 15 goals in their last 3 games. Kawhi Leonard, 24 points, at least 24 points versus the Nuggets. Nuggets are playing on the second leg of a back-to-back. They've already got a ton of injuries, and Kawhi is fresh. I think he's going to have a good night.
Mikey P.
Let's go with the Utah Jazz -2.5 over the Brooklyn Nets, who just played yesterday, and they've lost 7 straight. So Utah scores a lot at home. I believe they'll handle the Nets easily in this one. And then it's fight night way down under in Australia on Saturday, UFC 325. We're going bam, bam. We're drinking out of shoes, just like Tai Tuivasa. We're taking Tuivasa over 15.5 significant strikes.
If you've never seen this dude, he is so entertaining. So entertaining. And there's multiple of the brothers in that Tuivasa family. All right, I got 2 plays, and at the Farmers Insurance, they have 2 courses, so the tee times are basically in a 2-hour window. I encourage you, either one if you like. I mean, if you like both, play them both. I love Hideki today. He shot an 8 under 64 yesterday. He's been playing great since the beginning of December when he won Tiger's event. I like him today over Keegan Bradley for round 2. Then Maverick McNeely. This guy last year finished second when the Genesis was played on this course. He shot a 7 under yesterday to get his tournament started. I love him today. Will Zalatoris coming off a really long layover or really long layoff. And I think he's just going to get tired because he played last week in the desert as well. All right, Big Chuck, 5 plays from Footy Friday. Rip them off for me.
Saturday, Bundesliga, Frankfurt, Leverkusen, my auto play of the weekend, the over 3 that's come cashed in 9 of the last 11 meetings. Plus, I'm going to pair that together with the first half over 1.25 goals. I think we see a 1-1. Sunday, Italy, Serie A. Como, Atalanta, the both teams to score. This is actually on a 4-match consecutive streak between these two. La Liga, 2 more teams who enjoy scoring when they face one another. Betis, Valencia, both teams to score. This one is also cashed in 4 straight and 5 of the last 6. And then lastly, France League. Lyon, the over 2.75. I think we see a 2-2 type of final score here.
All right. Very, very good. Love all of those plays. I love weekend check marks. By the way, Raphael was in the chat and said last year they only showed Roger Goodell once. At least I'm assuming that's who he's talking about. So take that into account if you're playing that over 1.5. Gentlemen, well done today. Really well done. It is the weirdest weekend of the year in between Championship Sunday and the Super Bowl. Mikey, how do you spend it?
We've got Royal Rumble. We've got a high-level boxing match with Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. And UFC 325. The shoes will be filled in Australia and the United States.
Interesting. That's a lot of good stuff right there. Soupy, what about you, big dog?
Oh, I'm absolutely going to be locked into the Royal Rumble. Yeah, and some USV. I'm excited for this weekend. It's actually going to be a good weekend of sports.
The USV?
UFC.
Oh, yeah. Carry the 2. Okay.
Ultimate Fighting Champion.
Yeah, I'm aware of what it's called.
I was trying to make sure I was right.
Mikey, did you just hit the soundboard?
By accident.
By accident?
Yeah.
We'll talk after the show. Big Chuck, how are you spending this weekend, big dog?
You know I'm international. We have the other football going, so I have plenty on my plate.
When I think Chuck, I think international. Man of mystery. Want you all to have a good weekend. I also will be watching the Royal Rumble. Quick trivia question, because Big Cheesy likes it when I pat myself on the back. Can anybody tell me? And if the answer is correct, then I will give away a free piece of merch on Monday. How many Royal Rumble? It's got to be the first guess. How many Royal Rumbles did the coach participate in? Mikey.
3.
You both said 3.
Mm-hmm.
8.
Appreciate the respect, Chuck. Two.
Damn it.
You both were wrong. Thank you for knowing your mentor's history. I broke my back year after year after year just to get into the Royal Rumble. And you don't even know the number? Can anybody tell me who eliminated me in the 2 Royal Rumbles?
Hornswoggle?
Producer man, give me my one shot. It's now time for all of you to go out into the world, for you to pay it forward, for you to be nice to one another. For the record, Hornswoggle, my biggest rival, my best rival, as it were. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. My entire team, love most of them. Soupy, Chuck, producer man, even Mikey P. I am simply the coach, trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about every single day. Have a great weekend from Coaching Company. Take care.